Hello everyone, welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and today we are going to be talking about a new charity that we are going to start working with from now until March 5th. We will get into the deadlines later, but for those of you who have been in my live chat for the past 2 weeks, I've spoken about this a little bit, so if some of this information is a repeat for you, I do apologize, but I want to make sure that all of the information is in one place for everybody to get it from. So the charity that we are teaming up with is a foundation that Gary Sinise, if you don't know who he is, you might remember him from his character Lieutenant Dan in the movie Forrest Gump. I'll put a picture of him right up here. Gary Sinise has a lot of foundations. I believe he has either 8 or 9 of them, but all of them focus and revolve around our military here in the United States, either working with wounded warriors, actively working to bring joy to the active military, working with veterans, working with children of veterans, and he's very, very, very involved in that. But Gary Sinise, he's been a member, or not a member, he has been a donator to the Snowball Express for a number of years, but here recently he has attached his name to the Snowball Express and it has become an official Gary Sinise Foundation. So what the Snowball Express is they take children who have lost their parents on active duty. They take the children and the surviving parent over Christmas for 4 days to Disney World. In the past, it has been other areas, but right now I think they're focusing on Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And they take them over Christmas because that is one of the hardest holidays to get through after you've lost a parent. So United Airlines and American Airlines, I believe those are the two airlines, they charter them there for free. The foundation pays for all of their accommodations. They do not have to purchase food, nothing. They have to worry about nothing for the trip. There's about 1,200 children that are taken who have lost their parent during active service. And it's just a great thing. And one of the things that they do is they give them a gift while they are there. And one of the gifts that they give them are handmade blankets. And that's where we come in. If you don't know, I come from a very long line of Marines, so the military is very near and dear to my heart. I also have a whole lot of members of my family who are members of the Daughters of the American Revolution, or the DAR, and they are in Florida, which is home for me. And the Daughters of the American Revolution, the whole state of Florida, is embarking on a journey to make as many handmade blankets as possible so they can donate them to the Snowball Express for the children. So we're going to do our best to help them out. Now, the stipulations for the blankets is the sizing. Everybody wants to know about the sizes. These children are of all ages. They're from babies all the way up to teenagers. So you can make baby blankets 36 inches and above, all the way to twin size blankets. It's whatever it is that you feel like doing. You can also use any pattern that you would like to use. Just keep in mind that if you're making a baby blanket, little fingers and little toesies and a whole bunch of holes probably isn't all that good. The fibers must be new. They must be free of any odors or perfumes, so that means no cigarette smoke, no fabric softener, no laundry detergent that has perfumes in it. You just have to make sure that it has no odors with it. You can knit, you can crochet, you can quilt, you can even use fleece. Those fleece blankets where they cut the edges and then tie them off, the only stipulation for the fleece is that you have to make sure that it is just one layer. Whenever you're choosing your fiber, try to make sure that you are using something that is hypoallergenic, like wool. A lot of people have allergies to wool, and it would be a really sad thing if a child got a blanket that they loved that was just beautiful, but it was wool and they turned out to be allergic to it. So try to get something that is acrylic or along those lines to lessen that. Whenever you send your blanket, I'm going to have all of that information for you here in a minute. Whenever you send your blanket, please make sure that there are no identifying markers on it. A lot of us have those nifty little leather tabs made that we sew onto our blankets on the corner of a blanket that has our brand name on it, or made with love by so-and-so. None of that. If they open up your package and it has an identifying marker on it, then unfortunately it's not going to be able to be donated to the child, because that is the rules with the Snowball Express. The deadline for the project is March 5th, and the reason that is we're not doing this for this Christmas, we are doing this for next Christmas. So don't freak out. I know that it's October and Christmas is right around the corner. No, 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 we have plenty of time. We are working for next Christmas. The deadline is March 5th because the Daughters of the American Revolution in Florida, they have set that as their deadline. All of the blankets will be turned in at their state conference, which is in March. So that means that all of your blankets need to be to my house in Florida by March 5th in order to be transferred over to the Daughters of the American Revolution. I'm going to put a website in the description box below. It's to my website where I will have all of the information that I've spoken about here right there for you, so you can always go back and reference. I will also have the mailing address for you guys to send your blankets there. And one more thing before I leave. A lot of you guys in the live chat, I understand that we're on the internet, so I have a lot of people here that are not in the United States, and it is quite pricey to send partials from around the globe. So a lot of you asked me about setting up a GoFundMe, so there could be a pool of money that could purchase yarn for somebody here in the United States to crochet something up for all of you guys that were overseas. I spoke to my cousin, who is an officer in her local chapter for the DAR in Florida, and I also spoke to a couple attorney friends of mine. And we just can't do that because the charity is attached to Gary Sinise, it's attached to the Florida Daughters of the American Revolution, it's attached to the Snowball Express, and it's Project Linus is also part of it as well. So it's just, we can't do that because it is attached to those charities. So what I will recommend to you is to find somebody that you have established a connection with, that you speak with frequently, that you trust, that's in the United States, and purchase them yarn and send it to them and let them crochet it up for you and donate it in your name. That's the best that I can do. I'm so sorry that I know that a lot of you guys wanted to donate money to that, but it's just not something that I can do. So what we're going to do whenever we finish our blankets, we are going to use the hashtag Snowball Express all across social media and all the different social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. I am so looking forward to seeing all of you guys's blankets that you make up for this project. I know that it's a busy time of year right now. Everybody's working super, super hard to get all of their Christmas presents done, but hopefully you'll be able to find some time to just make some simplistic blankets for these kids, or some more intricate blankets for these kids if you would like. And let's try and make sure that every kid that attends next Christmas gets a blanket from us, or at least someone else. So make sure that you share this video. Let's get the word out as much as we can. As I said, all of the information is going to be on the website at itscrochetoclock.com. Look in the main menu for Snowball Express, and that's where all of this will be. So until my next video, bye now.